Ready, start, go.
That's right.
Start. Yeah. It's good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching this cool, either live or replay. We want to welcome you to the Future Media TV show. This is the late night media Q&A, which means there's no trainers here tonight. It's just all about you. Whatever questions you have, whatever interest you have, tonight's the night that you get to talk about it and get your answers. Okay, so right now we have Melinda Cooper from Living the Dream magazine, and we have Lady Lou from the LL Variety Show, and we've got people in our audience that are with us in Future Media. We've got Steve Baker. Hey, Steve. We've got some visitors in the house. And we just want to let you know that we can rotate people in and out if you want to be in to ask your question, or if you want to share the limelight. If you want to just type in your question on the side, we will answer it. We promise, won't we?
Well, we'll do everything we can to answer the question.
Oh,
we're going to do
They ask, what's the meaning of life? Or
I can answer.
Oh, wait, that's me. That's me. I can do that part. I can do that.
Sure.
We can always attempt to answer questions. We might not give them the right answer at the right time. However, we can actually have a lot of fun here.
Look it up.
That's what it's all about. That's really what
right.
it's about. Is I think it's proven study. I don't know. I was reading the other day on something that people that enjoy what they do, they love what they do, live longer.
Oh.
So, let's try to live a little longer and enjoy what we're doing. That's what my goal is. It's like, okay, I love to do it. I love to do what I do, and I love hanging out with people like yourself. So it's nice to be able to learn and share and grow and develop. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I absolutely agree that, you talk to me and instantly I'll tell people, if you do what you love what you do, and it's a lot more fun.
Oh yeah.
You find it every day is we can deal with that. I know that there are times that people say, Melinda, what are you doing? I say, I'm not doing the fun part. Can you tell?
Well, that's because really kind of, we were talking about that. Marion and I were talking about that the other day, and we're talking about, the administrative stuff in your business that has to get done, that we all hate to do. Sometimes you just have to suck it up and just do it. And I'm just really bad at that, and I don't really like to do it. And, so that tends to fall off to the last of the list. And then I have to knock it out and get it done. So.
Well, I used to have a job that would do that to me.
I don't see it. It's not there.
Yeah. Where's my bucket of sand?
That's why I had a job, because back then I used to do what they wanted me to do. I didn't even that then I didn't do the fun, the parts that I did the fun part first. And then I was like, oh God, here's that deadline. I got to make it, and I would just sit there and knock it out at the last, 2 hours of the day. Bum, 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 done, because it wasn't anything that I really wanted. But I do know that we must have read the same article that they do say that the more you love what you do, it helps with your stress, it helps with your health, it helps with so many other things, because you're not pushing the wheelbarrow by yourself.
Oh my goodness, they have studies on heart attacks on Monday morning, because Sunday night and Monday morning people start fretting about having to go to work on Monday. And if they don't love what they're doing.
I bet Steve Baker would have some statistics on that.
Oh, I bet you he would.
Statistics on that?
I think he had to drop off for a minute. He probably didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I saw him right there. He's right there.
Yeah, he just popped back in.
Oh, he just popped back in.
Yeah.
You're talking about health issues and loving what you do and enjoying your work versus hating your job and being frustrated with it. How does that impact your health?
See, he popped off.
Yeah,
again.
he popped
He
off.
must be losing his internet.
Yeah, he's in and out. But you're absolutely right. I know that I was one of the people, I will tell you, that when it came time for me to finally decide to drop off the office, Art, bless his heart, I had my husband Art, and I would wake up on Sunday morning and I would go, I'm not feeling well. He'd go, and he says, and sometimes he would laugh a little bit and he'd go, it's a day early. It's a day early. I said, no, I'm preparing you now because come later on this evening, I'm not going to feel much better. I just want you to know that because I'm not, I'm not already not feeling well. And he would tell me, Melinda, and I'd say, no, I really am not. I'm not feeling well. I'm not doing well. And he goes, do you ever wonder that it only happens on Sundays? And I said, no, I don't wonder. I know it. It's a schedule. I'm on that schedule.
It's my schedule.
Excuse me. So I got
work.
Yeah, I got to where I did not even, for lack of a better word, I didn't even want to go in and be polite anymore.
Oh no.
I went in and I became the hermit of our office. I had this beautiful, everybody wanted the die-for office that Melinda had. I had an office, and from my office, you could see the skyline of Dallas, Texas, right? I was on the 8th floor. It was beautiful. I had plants in my, that I had put up and everything. And I would go in there and I'd close the curtains and I'd shut the door. And everybody's like, Melinda, why are you doing that? I'm like, I just don't want to be here anymore. It wasn't enough pretty for me. I was ready to go.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
And a lot of us go through that when we have a job that we have to go to and someone is calling the shots. So no wonder so many people are jumping off that bandwagon and jumping onto their own. I really wanted to talk about some of the things that we learned this week or last week from last Tuesday to this Tuesday about, the marketing ideas and the tech problems that you might be having, anything that you want to share that happened from last week to this week. Okay. So I would like to start with that and tell you that we had a wonderful guest this morning. His name was Mike Ruman, and he shared some really good information about marketing hacks. Well, the Russ and I just love hacks. We just, anything that can get us there quicker. Even if we have to buy a plug-in or something, right. We're willing to look at it to see what it will do.
At least decide that it's going to work or not, right?
That's right.
Okay, I have a question real quick. I missed it today. I will admit it. I was a bad girl. I missed it. So where can I follow and get this replay of this?
What was the name of the website that he talked about this morning?
Well, she can watch the show again. There's 2 questions. There's the show, which you can watch all the time on Future Media Association / FutureMediaTV. There's an icon there. And then also the show that he talked about was military marketing.
Ah, that's it. Military marketing. /Russ, right?
Then
not working.
coursehackers.com.
Which one of those was /Russ?
Military marketing.
Militarymarketing.com /Russ.
Yeah.
And you have a free download there. I hope I spelled that right.
Military marketing. Let's see. I'll open this up and I'll check it and.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that you were real excited, and everything that he, from what I understand, was a good thing for you. It was a good marketing thing, and I'm going to jump on that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I noticed that there's a shifting in the marketing. For the last, I guess about a year, they keep talking about the content marketing. Then they changed into, what is it? They call it sound bites marketing, right? So how did Mike approach that? Mike, correct? How did he approach that today?
He just talked about, marketing, internet marketing, and military style marketing.
Well, what Mike's known for and what he's really done, he's graduated from the publishing arena. He used to work for a publisher that was really big in Christian book sales, and he went through that for years and years and years. What he developed as a result of that, and talking with all these publishers and all these authors and people trying to get their word out, is he developed a framework that is not unlike some of the systems that you see fully developed in the military. And so it's a framework that he works from to say, okay, here's where you need to start. Here's some things you need to consider. And it's just like you said earlier, Melinda, there's some occasions where you're saying, hey, who's your target market? Who's your audience? Who are you having this conversation with? So, make sure that you understand who you're talking to so you can learn how to talk to them, right?
Right.
So he's saying he developed this framework as a result of working in the publishing industry, and it works really well in marketing. And you can download it from his site, and it's free to share, and you can develop your business as a result of using his framework. And if you want extra help, he's available to coach and consult with. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to ask the 10-cent question. Notice I'm not willing to spend $1 million yet. So it's 10-cent question is, so what was the hottest topic or the best, walk away from it? What is the best thing you got out of it?
Go ahead, Marion. What did you get out of it?
For me, he was all about don't reinvent the wheel. Go and look what other people are doing that are successful in your niche and deconstruct it, look at it from the ground up and see what they're doing, see what the keywords they're using, see what they're offering for their giveaway, see where they're promoting, see where they're paying for ads. And you're not going to be a duplicate because you're you, right? But you could use the same techniques that they're using. You can look to see what they're doing. It's not a secret out there.
Yeah. He gave a great example of, some of the ads that people are already running. They're already paying money for. They're large organizations that have spent millions of dollars on advertising budgets. They've tested these things over and over again. And what he's saying is just take a look at them, reverse engineer them, and do what you can. It's like, and then we got on this conversation about drafting and NASCAR,
Yes.
If you're not the first one, don't feel bad, because if you got somebody in the front of the line leading the charge, and you can just shift a little bit of traffic your way and pick up some of that stuff in your niche, even if you niche it down a little more, it's like us. We're doing video, yet we're focused on streaming media and TV shows as it relates to, social video, not necessarily TV production. And so, that's an area where we could differentiate in that traffic as a niche in the larger video section. And we could say, hey, this is the video we like to play in, and this is the only video we like to play in. It's not, so we don't have a huge audience to target. And we can talk to those people in a way that is very specific. So that's a great takeaway. The other takeaway that I got was his conversation around course hacking. And I really love the idea, and I still, for whatever reason, I could do a lot of things. However, I get stuck when it comes to outlining all of the elements in a course that I need to think through, organize, and put out there. And it's just really not as easy. It's a mental block, I'm sure, because it's not, I'm totally, and I've done it over and over again, and I'm completely capable of it. And in building my own course, just seems to have this roadblock around it. So it's like, I'm not sure why. I don't know why.
Well, when I first started, now already 8 years, believe it or not, I was like, wow, 8 years ago, an anniversary came up, And I discovered that it's already been 8 years since I've been doing Living the Dream. And when I first began, I thought that I was going to bring to the table all of my corporate, which is where I actually did a lot of courses. You know, inside the corporate, I did a lot of courses that had to be handed down and given out, and YouTubing it and video there at the office, you know, everything else that goes with that when you're an instructor within corporate, within the government. I was the government, okay? So I thought, wow, I'm going to bring that out. And when I came out, I thought, ugh, how do I streamline it? I got stuck. I'm kind of like you, Russ. I kind of felt like, okay, I've got so much I want to give that I need someone to bring it down and say, okay, Melinda, in this section, you give only this. You know, in this section, you give a little bit more this and just a little bit more or whatever. Because, you know, Russ, I think that's a lot of what sometimes holds many of us back, is that we don't have that actual outline to stick within.
Oh, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Okay, so the whole thing is you can't do it alone. And those people that try to do it alone spend years and years and years longer than they had to in order to get one thing done. I mean, Russ and I are prime examples of that. We used to try to do everything ourselves, and it took us years to get to where we are today. When I look back at what we did, if we would have just hired somebody to help us,
it would be like jet fuel in the gas tank, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to continue with this, but I before I forget, I want to tell you that I had a conversation with Steve Baker, who's in our audience today. Hey, Steve. And I want to tell you about a book that he recommended this week that he's listening to it. He's actually an audio listener of books. Okay. So it's called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and he's on his 4th listening. So I'm going to put the link in over here. So this is a good recommendation by one of our Future Media Association members, and he is highly recommending it. Has anybody here heard of Grant Cardone?
I have.
Okay.
No.
So Russ and I are the only ones that have. So as you can see, it's on sale. It was a $40 download. It's an MP3, and it's on sale for $9.95. This is not an affiliate link. This is straight to Grant Cardone's
It's
link.
just from his website then.
From his website, yes.
Got it.
And I hope that if Steve is listening, that he would pop in, before the end of the night and tell us a little bit more about what he's learning from this book. But
Right.
From what he tells me, it's golden, just golden.
Okay, and what is the book about? I'm sorry, one more time.
I'll read it to you. It says, if you're after big goals, you don't want to settle for the ordinary. To reach the next level, you must understand the coveted 4th degree of action. This 4th degree, also known as the 10X rule, is the level of action that guarantees companies and individuals will realize their goals and dreams. The 10X rule compels you to separate yourself from everyone else in the market, and you do that by doing what others refuse to do. Now, all of us fit in that bill, don't we?
Pretty
we
much.
do what other people refuse to do. Okay. Over 7 hours, 24 minutes, delivered by Grant Cardone himself. Let's see here. You do that by doing what others refuse to do. Stop thinking in terms of basic needs and start aiming for abundance in all areas of your life.
I love it.
I do love it. I absolutely love that. I don't know that I do everything myself. I'm really kind of just out there living the dream. When I don't want to do it, I just kind of talk to see who can do it and move on. But I like the idea of the certain level of action, and that we have to. I believe that. I believe we have.
Some of that action means that you got to hire somebody, or barter, or do what you need to do to get it done. Maybe that's some of the action, right?
Well, and I was talking to someone, another coach, earlier, just yesterday. Actually, I was discussing that with Marion earlier, and that's where this coach has told me. She, the lady I was speaking to, she flat told me. She says, I've learned that I really needed a bigger team than when I first started.
Yes.
And I said, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I know that, Living the Dream comes in and I bring a team. I have to walk in with at least 2 other people or Living the Dream's not showing up. It's just because I can't even be a good listener and catch every single thing when I'm observing everything. So I need somebody else as well just to help me with that.
Well, it's challenging. It's challenging to stay in tune with everything that's going on with, especially as quickly as life is traveling right now. The pace that we're moving right now is nothing compared to the pace we were, before cell phones, definitely, right?
That's right. That's right. We're moving fast, and it's like we were talking today about people that say, "Oh, thank God it's Friday." Russ and I are like, "Really, Friday already?" I mean, we just we need another week inside our week to get everything done that we want to do because we're so excited about what we're doing. So if you're not doing what excites you, then you need to talk to somebody in Living the Dream or Future Media Association because we can help you with that. Now, I'd like to talk with Lady Lou just for a minute and see if she would like to share some of the cool things that she has learned this week because I know she's been busy doing a lot of research.
Yeah, doing research on the LL Variety Show. And that LL stands for Lovey, which Lovey is Marion's nickname, Lovey and Lady Lou Variety Show. And my assignment was to go and watch Bunny Meyer on YouTube and look for affiliates. So we'll have some goodies to show our new audience. And I have just been blown away by Bunny. And she is just the wackiest young woman. She's like mid-20s, 26, 27, and brilliant. The woman is brilliant. She has made a living out of playing herself on television. So she's given me lots and lots of good ideas. And Marion and I are collaborating on what we're going to use to make our little logo things. We've come up with the llama to be our animal because it's LL. So we're doing the LL
Isn't
llama.
that fun?
Won't that be fun?
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That is fun. That's fun.
And there'll be stuffed animals and charms or something. We haven't gotten it all put together yet. But we've got to come up with some fun things to do. Bunny was doing challenges. They had 28 flavors of Pringles. I didn't know Pringles had that many flavors. And they take
28 flavors of Pringles?
Pringles, yeah, the little tater chip. And they had 2 other ladies, one on each side of Bunny, and they were all munching on the Pringles. Her husband or boyfriend, Dogman. Sorry. Anyway, Dogman was handing them chips in a little cup so they wouldn't know what flavor they were. And they were testing them and sniffing them, and they finally came up with their favorites. But 28, it was 22-minute video. It was long.
Oh, my.
Then they did another one on soda pop. All these weird flavors of soda pop that had disgusting names. I won't even go in there. I wouldn't have put it to my mouth, much less have done a taste test on television.
Holy cow.
So we're coming up with some stuff to do like that. And I just am, I want to go this way. Tomorrow, my new bandwidth will be installed. They've got a long cable out in my front yard coming from the way down at the road about a block and a half away. They're going to have to dig a new trench to put in a new cable because my system's so old. They said they couldn't put the bandwidth in without that new cable. I said, yes, get it, do it. And they're not charging me. So I'm a happy camper.
Fantastic.
So
that is fantastic.
Tomorrow afternoon, I should have a bandwidth that is 20 download and at least 3 upload. That'll do me, won't it, Russ?
That'll make a big difference in what you experience.
So I am so excited about that, too, so we can get the show on the road, so to speak.
You know, we're adding new shows almost every week. Russ and I are busy helping people get their show on the road, as Louise just talked about. And I just think that's going to be so much fun. We're going to be able to interview people and have products and stuff that we're going to show. I think that's so cool.
I think that's fabulous. I really do. You know, there's so many people out there with all these new, you know, it's like, oh my God, I'd love to try that gadgets, you know.
Right.
And but my bad, and it's my bad habit. I will say it. I'm one of these people that'll go out there and actually buy something off the wall, and then go, okay, why did I do that?
I know.
So now, now I'm going to say to you ladies, I'm going to say, okay, go check this out.
Yes, do. We need help.
Well, I know that she, the Graveyard Girl or Bunny Myers or whatever she goes by a couple of different things. She does a lot of, based on what I've seen and noticed, is things that are as seen on TV, right?
Once a week she does that show. She does a show every day.
So she does a once a week seen on TV.
Does this thing work?
Right.
That's what she calls it.
I dropped in one day and was watching her just for grins, and she was using crayons for makeup or something like that. It's like, really? It was supposed to work. Somebody said it was supposed to work. Somebody on the internet said it was supposed to work. She was going to test it and give it, a reply back. So.
Well, and that's like I said, I know who to send those little gadgets and go, okay, this is what I thought. It's so cool. You girls knock it out for me, because I got to tell you, I'm one of those people that I really do. Everybody laughs at me here at my house, and my kids will say, okay, what are you looking at now? I'm like, okay, go out there and look at this and tell me what you think. They'll be so glad to know that now I have people to send it to rather than them.
So what's the most, the craziest white elephant gift you've purchased, Melinda? What's the one that you can remember the most? I'm actually for everybody, so start thinking about what your answer is going to be.
Okay, this is I know that this is public, but Melinda's everybody knows that Melinda does her own thing anyway. Right. So we're not going to have that discussion. But one day, I was going
judgment. We're in a safe place here.
Okay, that's why I said that's why I say I'm okay. I'm great with this. One day, have y'all ever heard of those naughty nighties? Have you ever heard of those? Okay, they are fantastic. They do. It was a naughty nighty, and I wanted to get something for a friend of mine who was getting married. Okay, so I thought I'm going to go and look out there, and y'all should go look out at the naughty nighty things. Well, this was a battery operated pair of underwear, so that it could warm you up before.
Nice.
And I thought, well, you might have a little nervousness going into your honeymoony, right? So I thought that it would be, so I went out there. Well, come to find out, the battery, right, has to be a very specific battery. And it wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. And her newlywed husband did not think it was nearly as funny as I thought it was going to be either. So that'll just tell you when you're really ready to go into adventure, I can go there with you. I don't have that problem.
You have the adventure already planned out and ahead of you. You just haven't found it yet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm into that now. Yeah. I'm into that.
Becky is still doing the chicken dance, okay? She comes around the house. She's like, quick, quack, quack. What was it? I said, yeah. I mean, like, oh, come on, Becky. Really?
It was so funny. She was so cute. She's like, what are we doing? I said, my entire family could, and Marion can tell you, with the exception of Marion, who's standing there with a video camera, of course, right? Of course. To catch us to blackmail information later on, right?
Of course.
And the entire floor was filled with my family.
Yeah.
These people, and they've been doing it since they were little. And Becky's going, really? Y'all do this? I said, every time we get together, we still do it, So yeah, I just kind of grew up with that mentality. Sorry?
Chicken dance.
It's called the chicken dance, huh?
It's called the chicken dance.
Nice.
And you go quack, 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 quack.
That's a duck.
No, that's my bad chicken. Trust me. But you see grown people older than I am doing this, and there's Becky, bless her heart, trying to join in and get the rhythm. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's no rhythm to this.
Just do it.
That's right. That's right. So I'm always up for a good adventure of something new. So you ladies, I'm going to be sending you some good stuff to try out.
Well, Marion, we're going to have to get us a P.O. box because that's what's on the header of Bunny's website and her Facebook page or her YouTube page, whatever. P.O. box for Bunny Meyer. And people are sending her stuff, right? And they don't even tell her who they are. They just try this. So.
Oh, I don't want to have to claim it. I'm just going to send it in as, what is it back then? They used to do the brown cover.
Wrapper.
The brown
plain brown wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it's going to be a hoot. I'm just so ready to go.
So has anybody had any challenges this week?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
My challenge is that I am looking at our screen here tonight, and this morning when we were watching Mike, my screen is black on both sides. There's no little scrolly thing where you can write on. There's no little people where you can see who's here. On the right side, there's no question box. Totally black back there. And every one of us have a big box on our heads with our name on it. My forehead this is all you can see of me. The box is up here. And Marion, you're about the middle here, and your head's off. And Russ, you're about the middle of your forehead, and your head's gone. Now, Melinda, you're low enough. You're fine. But does anybody else have those boxes in the way?
Are you
Well, I
talking
do
about our
the
names?
boxes.
Are you talking about our names?
Got our names and our
Yes.
pictures on them. And it says G for guests and H for hosts.
Okay.
But Lady Lou, if you move your camera up a little bit, your box wouldn't be on top of your head.
Yeah, like if I just move my camera up a little bit, it's gone.
Well,
There you go.
I got it up on 5, 6 books right now. I think I'm going to pass. I don't want it to fall
Okay.
off.
Yeah, well, I just think next time you get one more book.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you have the
because-
boxes in your pictures?
yes, we see everybody.
Everybody
who
has
is
that
here.
box. I don't remember those boxes before.
Yeah, everybody has the box.
They've always had the box.
However, on our side, maybe, yeah, it's still skills. I was going to say, from my side, everybody looks fine.
Yeah, everybody looks fine except for Melinda. She's crazy, you know.
My ponytail is beginning to take its own shape. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
At this time of night, I usually bring it down. I'm going to tell you something. This is my challenge for this week. I have a friend, and I've known her for years, and all of a sudden I was going to cut my hair, and I am going to cut my hair anyway, but I was going to cut my hair to help for cancer, children with cancer. So I went to the website and I said, okay, I'm ready to give my hair. This is the child. This is what's going on. They informed me that for me to donate, like the statement, for me to donate my hair is going to cost me $1,800.
What?
For me to donate my hair to a child in that manner, I have to give them $1,800.
And who keeps the money? Them.
Well, what they're doing is that they say that that's about how much it will cost them to form fit the child,
Make a wig.
with the wig and everything, and get it to where it doesn't, everything like this, and so I was like, $1,800. So my hair will be going to Locks of Love instead. But I was just completely shocked that that's what had happened today.
Yeah.
Actually, this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally.
Wow.
I think that's terrible that they make the donor pay. That's not right.
Well, and I asked them, and they told me, they said, we do not charge the families. And I said, I agree with that. I said, it's just that I don't see, I said, I told my friend, I said, we either decide to get you a wig from a local area. Well, not my local, but in Dallas, not my local out here, but in Dallas, and get her a wig that way. So we're looking into that as well, because I just don't think that it's $1,800 to make a wig for a child. So just thought that that's for me, that was something that I was shocked, and I'll have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, just go buy one.
Well, probably nobody's aware that even, unless you really know or you have an awareness of it, how would you know?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And it was just caught me totally by surprise. Because I had been keeping this hair to a certain length so that I could do this when they were ready. And the doctor has finally said that, the child can have. So I was like, well, okay, I was ready. And then now I'm like, maybe I'm not quite ready, because that was a little bit, shocking sticker.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're doing it. And I think you can find a charity that finds the money somewhere else besides the donor.
Right.
So, Has anybody else have any other technical challenges, or they want any advice on maybe a plugin or a graphic tool? Now's the time to ask your questions. Now's the time, because we're ready to give you some good advice or bounce ideas off each other.
Why are my earplugs not working? They're plugged in. I plugged them in one hole, then put them in the other hole. I'm listening to the audio on my computer.
Okay.
And they've always worked. They've always worked.
That's a hardware issue, and you have a PC.
That wasn't quite what we were prepared.
That wasn't what you wanted. Okay. Well, I'm not having any problems. I hope you guys are able to hear me.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Okay, good. Well, I won't worry about that.
My first thought is that you could look to see where your controls are to find out, where it's pulling in your audio and pulling in your video.
What I did was I went over to Zoom before I got on here to get my camera set up. Because last time my camera was pointing that way. So I'm going to get my camera all set up before I get on. And I didn't touch anything. It has a box that pops up. Do you want to use the computer sound? So maybe that screwed it up.
Well, it's just probably just a setting.
It's a setting.
Okay.
And actually, if you look on your browser, Louise, up where it says Blab IM and it gives a bunch of numbers afterwards.
Yeah. Where you type in your address, HTTPS, way over to the right.
Yeah.
There's like a little icon that looks like a camera.
It looks like a lock.
Okay.
Is that a camera? Put my glasses on.
It could be look like a lock, yeah. And that's where you can select which microphone you use and which camera you use. And then there's a button there that says Media Settings. But I don't think that has the output, does it, Marion?
No, it says permission and then cookies. And I did clean the cookies out the other day. And permission again. Camera allowed by you. Microphone allowed by you. Oh, there it is, but I don't know what to do with it. Let me see this little button over here. Use global default, or always allow on this side, or always block on this side. Those are my choices.
Yeah. So that's not what it is for your.
I'll look at it, Louise, when I come up there.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm still hearing.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, I use Canva and I use PowerPoint, and so I use various platforms when I'm ready to create a sign, a poster, or I want to put something out there, a photo to put out there on social media or whatever. And for the last about a week and a half now, when I go to do it on my Canva, when I save it, right, all of a sudden it looks blurry. And I wonder, okay, am I doing that with my glasses on or off?
Where does it look blurry, Melinda? Where?
When I'm ready to post it, if you look at some of the postings I have put out lately, and it looks a little blurry.
Okay. So when you save it, are you saving it as What are your choices, and what are you choosing?
I choose JPEG.
Okay, you might want to try something for web, like it'll give you an option for PDF for web, or I forget exactly.
Canva actually has 4 choices. It'll be a JPEG for web, a PNG, PDF, and a PDF for printing.
There you go.
Right. And I've been using the JPEG. I like using JPEG because it goes a lot into my Premiere, and it goes easily, transforms easily into my other systems that we have and use.
Okay.
One thing that you may want to look at, Melinda, is the size of the image that you're starting out with.
Okay.
Because if you use a bigger image and then scale it down, it's going to reduce the amount of pixelation that you get. Because if you have a smaller image and then it blows it up, then you're going to get that pixelation.
That's right.
Regardless of the kind of image you have.
Okay.
Canva allows you to pick the size to start with. You can either choose one of their social media existing ones, or you can choose to create your own.
Yeah.
And so just whatever you're going to put it on, you might want to look to see what size they're requesting before you make your graphic.
And a real quick tip that's really super easy and helpful is if you use a Canva template that is the Twitter post, it'll actually size in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Because you know what? I don't ever use that, but the Twitter post thing, but I will do that.
Take the Canva Twitter post image, and it's for the Twitter post. It's not for the header. You just do the Twitter post, and then try that around. Format it, and it's large enough that it gets sized down. It's not as tall as if the Facebook post. However, it's pretty clean across most of the social posts that you'll see. The only one that I don't like it on is Instagram. So Instagram's a little more selective. They like their size. So
yeah.
But try.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Report back. Sorry.
Oh, been a long day, hasn't it?
Would Steve like to come on? I'll get off and let Steve on.
Yeah.
Steve?
Okay. Well, I want to say goodbye then, because I can't say goodbye in the print over here. So I'm it. Bye.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if he does. Does he want to? He hasn't said.
Somebody want to join in?
Steve?
No, Steve.
Axel?
Rich? Anyone want to join in the conversation tonight? We're talking about anything technology related. Q&A, open up Q&A. So.
Well, no one has said anything yet, Louise, so you just stay right where you are.
I'll stay.
Okay. If you would like to rotate in, please let us know.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering, I'm just wondering what, if anybody else is having problems with seeing the chat window. However, Rich just asked, what is Future Media? A group to Rich, Future Media Association is dedicated to help business owners with technology, simple technology, words, images, audio, and video, and how you can actually use some of these tools that are in social media and online to, share your brands, share your story, your message, whatever you're doing, whether you're an author, a speaker, entrepreneur, or a business owner. So hope that answers your question.
Yeah, you can go to FutureMediaAssociation.com and learn all about us. We have a a place right here in Houston once a month where we meet in person and we do a training and networking. We also are on every Tuesday and Thursday. We have a show where we bring in experts from all over the world and teach about different things that are going on. We interrogate them and pull information out of them. We also are here every Tuesday night, and we let you ask us questions and we bounce ideas off of whoever's coming in to the room. So that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do, and that's who we are.
Yeah.
You know, let me throw in my little tidbit of a commercial here. I highly recommend this group for people who, you may be toying or you may be beginning in some of these arenas. And Russ and Marion, let me just say it this way straight out. They are truly people that if they do not know the answers, they are willing to go and find it for you and then come back and say, this is why it works or doesn't work. And for me, that's definitely a shortcut. That's a, what do you call it? The hacker's mode or whatever. And they've done that to me. Gosh, how many years now? And I couldn't begin to tell you how much time they have saved me and saved me money wise, because they're willing to go out there and do that work when I'm not.
Yeah. I see that Rich is a hockey fan too, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, yes, indeed. You'll have to come see the Stars.
Well, and I was thinking of all the people I know that are in hockey this time of year, playing hockey. So very
hockey.
Cool.
Don't you have to have ice for that?
Not in Texas. You can't play it in Texas.
Oh yeah, you just go to the right places at the right time, and you can see some great athletes doing their business.
Yeah,
oh,
creeping
Rich
on your Twitter, there, Rich.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
ha ha ha.
I can connect with you on Twitter. Yeah, or you can boot me off. That's cool. I mean,
you know, hey. If you put it
I just love
online,
connecting. I love meeting with new people. I love meeting with different types of people. I mean, Houston is probably one of the most diverse cities in the world. And I'll give you an example. So I have one of my clients is podcasting, right? Kelly Chevalier, and she's launching her podcast. Well, she does a cause. Her cause is veterans from the service that have suffered from PTSD. And so I introduced her to Rocco Steady. So Rocco is a hip hop artist here in Houston that actually has a CD release, which we got to go support on the 10th, I believe. It's March 10th. So he's done a lot of work in Houston. So he's going to perform at one of her events. And then also there's a gentleman that does sailing. He teaches sailing angels, that connecting some dots there. So it's amazing what you can do by just knowing a few people and and sharing introductions. So it's very cool. Very, very cool.
I have something special for everybody tonight.
What's that? Do you?
I do. I have a very special giveaway for the people that are here listening or are playing the replay. I'm going to put a link in the sidebar here. Get ready. It's growth hacking strategies, real world growth hacking strategies. And let me tell you, a lot of hours got put into this book. So go and get a copy right now, because you're going to love it. I'm telling you. And then I want to hear back from you and on some of the strategies that you tried for your business.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Very nice.
And
Living the Dream is going to bust out your link real quick. I'm going to bust it out there, and I'm going to say, okay, folks, this is what Marion LaSalle from Future Media just gave out. Watch me, because that is fabulous that you just did that.
Yeah. I love hacking strategies, and I was talking to Lady Lou about it earlier, and she's like, well, hacking's a bad word. And I said, no, not anymore. They've changed the meaning of some of the words that we use here in America anyway. And the hacking is one of them. That is now a good word. It's a white hat word when you're talking about hacking in the good sense, right? It's shortcuts. It's ways around the hard technical crap that we used to get stuck on. It's the way to get around it. It's the way to go through it, over it, under it, to get to the part that you want.
It's a process of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have to give a shout out to Axel Happy. He has a killer. Alex, love your Twitter page. It looks beautiful. I would love to hang out there. It's awesome. So just connected with somebody in Australia. How cool is that?
Hey, Axel. Oh, man. Is that in Australia or is that like Bora Bora?
I don't know. I just love it. I just think it's awesome. Wouldn't you love to be cruising in one of those huts and just kind of relaxing and enjoying the water?
I bet you it has one of those floors where you can see down and watch the fish and everything. If you're wondering what we're talking about, you can see everybody's Twitter handle. If you put your cursor over their little button at the top, you'll see a little blue bird, and you can click on the bird and go follow them on Twitter. So Axel,
I already followed him.
Yes, I am following you here on Blab and also on Twitter. And let's see what Rich Hepner looks like over on Twitter. Oh, that's why you knew he was a hockey fan. I get it. Okay.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah,
Is that your family member, Rich, or is that you in one of those in that picture?
Well, he's graduating class of 2016, so I suspect it's him.
Well, he says my son was there a few months ago.
Oh.
I see. Okay, fantastic.
Very nice. You know, you could adopt me as your daughter if you're willing for me to go. I'm one of those who's willing to travel. I have passport. I can go. You know, just saying if you'd like.
Yeah. At least one day notice to pack.
Well,
no, I can buy as I go.
Oh, bye. Got it.
It's very cool because I was just looking up one of the podcasts that Jamie J has, and Jamie J is a fan of hockey, and he has a podcast called Stop Riding the Pine, Get in the Game. So
what does that mean? Stop riding the pine.
That means get off the bench and get to work.
Absolutely. If you're playing sports and you ride the bench, you're riding the pine.
So, yeah, he had me on an episode, so you can go back and you can track me down and listen to the episode that I was on. However, he's a fan of hockey, so Rich, if you'd like to check out Amy, check out Stop Riding the Pine with Jamie J. I put the link in the chat window there so you can actually connect and listen in, because he's a fan of hockey, and his Twitter feed and his Facebook feed and everything else on social. He actually plays hockey, and his girlfriend plays hockey. So it's like, that's a very cool guy. I'm sure he'd appreciate it if you connected with him. So
there we go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, okay. Give me the usual. Tell me where everyone can reach you.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
FutureMediaAssociation.com and agency258.com. So, are you typing that in as we speak, Mr. Johns?
I am.
We want to connect with you. We want to answer your questions. We want to teach you how to create your own media. We want to do it for you if you don't want to do it yourself. And we're all about sharing and growing and moving forward in the direction that we want to go, not where we're led to go by someone else.
And
Right.
it's
I
amazing
just
to
want
think what's taking place in media these days. So it's scary to think how quickly it's changing. So
I just want to say, if no one has said it recently, and I know I have not said it recently, I just want to say thank you. You two guys you two folks, are doing an excellent job of keeping us going and of giving us updates and having us, like you say, a safe place that we can come and say, okay, this is where I really blooped up this week. Tell me how to fix that.
yeah.
You like that? Blooped up. I bleeped myself. You got it. So that way, because it's a safe place, and I don't feel like when I come in, I don't feel like, okay, I've got to say it specifically a certain way to make it sound right. Of course, that wouldn't be me to begin with, but I would struggle if I felt that I had to do it that way. So thank you.
Yes.
Well, and Melinda, we are just a phone call away. So, if you have a challenge or you need some help or you want a quick answer, track us down on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, phone call away. We're just blabbing away here, so you always have an opportunity to connect. So,
well, if y'all would just get a little red phone that says Melinda's calling, we would be so much easier.
And Axel says he's going to help with social media. So if you want to be on one of our shows, Axel, please get a hold of me or Russ. We would be happy to talk to you about getting on one of our Future Media Association Future Media TV shows, which is twice a week. We have an expert on. So please connect with us.
Love to have you on the show, Axel. So, if you can share some things from down under and what is taking place, if it's different, if you found some strategies that work for your neighborhood, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to have you on board. So,
or you could have your own show. If you go to agency258.com, you'll see that you can have your own show. All right. Well, it's 9:00. I can't believe the hour went so fast. It is amazing how quick this happens. Wow. Zippity zoodah.
So Axel's the most connected recruiter in the world. So you could probably share a few things about LinkedIn, right, Axel? Yeah.
Cool.
Have it down.
Well, then I definitely want to connect with you. And I am Melinda Cooper. I'm going to put my own in here. I'm Melinda Cooper on Facebook. I am Living the Dream magazine. And I would love to connect. And it's great that we made it here because this is a safe place. And I've already tagged you for following you on Twitter. So we're already off to a good start.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Very cool. Very, very
and Lady
cool.
Lou, you're about to launch soon, so we'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks.
I'm feeling missed out. I think I'm going to have to start another show here. I have to go get
You don't have time to have another show.
Topic to talk about, right?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
would you talk about? Beards? You could talk about what you could do with beards.
Yeah. Hey, beards are real popular now.
Yeah.
Beards are popular. I could talk about beards.
You could talk about
We have to
dyeing
talk
your
about
beard, cutting your beard, charity
oil.
beard
I
cutting,
could talk about
beard
head
challenges,
shaving. I could talk about
how to braid it just right, how to keep food out of it, what to do if you get food in it, how to get
save
chili
your
out.
shirt with a beard.
What lives under the beard,
What lurks under my beard? Well, no one knows.
No one knows.
All right, you guys. I'm going to go back to work now.
Thank you. Appreciate you both.
Guys, have a
And
great
Melinda, love you both, all of you.
Have a great night.
You guys take care. Have a great week, folks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.